So we're gonna be having a Blitzcrank game, and it was mainly inspired by the fact I have a first pick Mordekaiser bot. So with Mordekaiser you really want a melee support, or Thresh. I think Thresh is fine with him, because it gives him the escape he needs, since he's usually goes in pretty hard for the 3 melee autos. Sometimes you want to invade with Blitz. This time around, my team kind of spread out, so no invade this time around. So in this lane matchup, it's 2 range versus 2 melee, which is pretty insane. It's going to rely heavily upon my fact that I can land hooks for the pressure, because otherwise we're just going to get pretty shit on, because Eve is obviously going to be camping bot. Initial impressions, since we're 2 melee who are obviously aggressive, looking for kills. It's not as easy just to farm it out as it would be with like a safer bot laner. So I'm expected to get ganked. They have solid follow up, solid damage. They don't have teleports, which is good for us. We do have a teleport, which is good for us, and TF. So really looking to get to a point where we can just survive lane and let our team kind of either play around us with their abilities, TP from TF, TP from Wukong, Elise gank, stuff like that. Just kind of farm it out. You do start hook because it's really your only strong ability. Going for a hook level 1 isn't always that good unless you land it on the 80 carry guaranteed, because you have no follow up to it, so it's pretty pointless to just waste it. But this guy was overextended. Don't want to commit. Overcommit. Obviously we committed a decent amount towards that. He was out of position with 3 range minions who would have latched onto him, and his 80 carry was out of range to help him if he hooked. So that's why you go for it. Warding doesn't really do much against you, but it made it look like I went to ward. So there's always the possibility that I think my ward's on cooldown. Try to take advantage of it. We can't be too aggressive until we see Eve, and it's hard to find Eve since she's always invisible. So we're just gonna chill. Our jungler is making a play on mid, so we can't be aggressive bot, because that gives Eve enough information to say, oh, this won't get counter ganked. I can easily come up and it'll be a guaranteed 3v2, so there's no risk to it basically. Which is what junglers love. Just show them that. I want to look to replace this ward next for a TP ward, but it looks unlikely that we'll get a teleport anytime soon, because we have a Wukong's being pushed in, so he doesn't have the pressure to roam. Still haven't seen Eve, so I'm not gonna be aggressive. It's really as simple as that. Unless they misposition so hard that they get hooked in tower, that's the only thing we're looking for. Looks like he warded this. Still don't know where Eve is. I do want to get a ward in this brush though. Hello, sir. Bad hook by me. We have Elise coming down, so it's okay if I go for that. messed up. Don't want to walk that way. Eve could be down there. If he doesn't want to recall, that's fine too. We're pretty healthy. Yeah, Eve was spot zone. Just chilling. Get some XP. I don't really need a recall. Because my first item wants to be Moby Boots. TF's not 6. It would be so good if he walks down. Let's see what we can do there. You want to go for the Thresh there because he had the Lantern for her, so that's why you go for it. Or go for him over here. So we end up with a kill. You really should be timing. It's so hard to do that all the time though. It takes a lot of concentration to remember them, which is hard to do while talking for sure. So she doesn't have the mastery. So like I said, go for the. You don't need an extra 2 pots is plenty. I'll be going. I'll be looking for a Glacial Shroud first, because I don't think they have enough magic damage to justify rushing a Locket. But the CDR and mana and armor is great for Blitz because he gets a shield based on his current mana. So right now I'm just looking for a pick on the Quinn. Put a pink ward down right here. So there's the Quinn. Let's see if I can do anything. Don't want to overcommit too hard to tower damage. But that was a really good chunk. I have 2 pots, so I'm fine. I'm actually gonna look for this. Get a ward down. Sees the wolf camp. That you could say that was greedy, and I could see it. I think that was pretty good though. I like it. Obviously it would have been pretty bad if I didn't get the kill. So, you know, that's just a confidence play. And Elise was bot, so I didn't feel the need that he needed me. Because they were doing their own thing bot. She, just letting TF know, she also used Ignite. Ignite him in case she heals. That creep really got in my way. That was pretty funny. It like aggroed to me mid juke. There's Quinn right here, that's why we backed off is the main part. She can roam pretty quickly. Yeah, Eve is here for sure. Yeah. She actually wasn't, which is pretty surprising because Thresh could have easily gotten ported on by TF and just died instantly, and then we could have turned it onto the flashless Kate. So I mean, that's confidence if you ever curious. I do need a recall though. I don't want to try a Drake with no health. And I don't rush Sightstone here because Sightstone's not as effective against you. If you do rush Sightstone, you kind of have to coordinate with your jungler to get deep wards on the camps, which is the only real effective way to scout for you. But it's hard doing solo queue, and it's just such a good item on Blitz. I'm just gonna play a goalkeeper here. We had a pink, so there's unlikely that you would have been able to steal it. So it's doing a good job. We're getting a lot of pressure from our team, which is helping us kind of survive this laning phase. As you can see, only 10 CS down is great. I can't fully commit for this, but I can just kind of peel back and wait for his W to come off cooldown, which is his most of his damage after because the 3Q is like really hit or miss, because you have to make sure you land the autos. I didn't see what happened on their tail end of that. I just saw a Thresh Flash, her heal, but I don't know what happened to Elise. Looked like she died in Repel again. It might be a bug with like K-traps, I guess. That's the only reason I can think. Because it looked like she died the first time while she was in Repel to Kate. I have no idea how. But you definitely do want side zone in general, especially when lane phase is kind of breaking up like this, because you'll find a lot of opportunities to be with a teammate and get wards. Because at mid game, at a certain point, it's not about the Eve anymore. It's more about like the enemy team rotating. So I'm looking for mid. My bot lane is recalling, so going down here does nothing. So the creep wave is way up here. So you want to go on the opposite. I saw Eve down here, so I go on the opposite side. Get wards up here. It's the biggest way to contribute towards your team, especially if they're winning already. Getting wards for them is the best way to contribute. Looks like I'm pink died, so I'm gonna repink. Kind of want sneaky pinks. I'll let him get the full solo gold. It's a lot of money. He doesn't need me to share it. I'm not near any item breakpoints, so I'm good. Oh, I'm on the way to this. Ooh, we're in a bit of a bind. Just gonna flash. Get out of here. He had no mana, so it would have been really hard to try and fight for him. I think W's the best thing to level up next. It just gives you more catch potential. Just tanking. Tank as long as you can. But that was just like Zach chose to go help the team instead of looking for his farm, which once I look at it. You want to try it? I waited for him to jump before I interrupted it. It's pretty hard to do if he was going over creeps, but the Wraith camp is empty, so it's pretty safe to assume his jump path. You either want to save your E or your hook, depends. The hook is the better option because it's a line, so you're more likely to grab him midair and not necessarily while he charges it up. So that's just one thing you want to try to do when you're against Zach with an interrupt like Blitzcranks. So I think Face of the Mountain's a good pick here because she's going to like full burst. This is probably going to be a, I'm not really sure actually. Kind of looks like Morello, but there's no way it's Morello. So you get the CDR, get pink ward. I'm almost level 9, so I can switch out my trinkets. Next Drake is Cloud. It's pretty good for our team, to be honest. I think Infernal's probably still better. But regardless, like Cloud helps TF get in there. One sec, let me see what this guy's talking about. See if we can kill her. Oh, party. So we had to burst her instantly, or obviously that's not gonna work out. She doesn't have too much power right now, but I still think it was a decent call. I followed up on it because I believed it would do it. Damn, still not 9. He did that to apply the Rally slow forever. Rally's broken on Mordekaiser. So probably do Cloud because Drake's good for Mordekaisers. This guy's Captain Suicide. You want to layer your knockup after the silence is over, so they're just crowd controlled for the most time. Like they can't flash or do any fancy moves. Clear wards. I have pressure in the mid, so I can move up like towards this way, because my teammates can collapse towards me if I get too fucked. But he didn't have pressure because I'm not a pressure type. Cause I'm not like Thresh where I can like just lantern him away. It's greedy to commit for this, but if Mordekaiser has a good feeling about it. Alright. That's basically, we had to like hit or miss because we can't stay at 3v2 plus Zac coming up. I'm gonna reduce this thing's resistances by knocking it up so you can kill it faster. But otherwise I'm recalling. So I can buy an item, a pink and my sweeper. With drag down for a while, I'm gonna get wards around Baron. Which means 2 pinks. 1 for Eve and 1 for Baron Pit. When you're on this side of the map, blue side, you want one in the Baron Pit for sure. Whereas red side, you want one out here, and then you just sweep the Baron Pit. Since you have innate control over your side of the jungle, most likely. So I'm gonna wait for my... Whoa! I guess I'll just move my pink thread now. I want to get deeper vision before we try anything, but we burn TF ult instead. Yeah, this is fine. Ooh, I don't want to fight that. I'm not tanky enough right now to absorb this Eve's damage right now. Hopefully soon though. So we got the objective, we got the vision. So I'm out of vision, so this is what you'll see on supports a lot. It's just they have to recall a lot to refill Sightstone, which is why Ruby Crystal or Ruby Sightstone is so good. This gives you extra wards, well, an extra ward. which means a lot, because that's basically neglect. Like, if he sweepers this, then a sweeper for a ward, but I have an extra one. We don't have our wave clear with us, so we can't defend this reliably, because they can just flash engage and even pull more. Although Wukong should be walking down, it's greedy for him to keep pushing. I'm just Wing to make them think I'm being aggressive, but we do have a teleport, so let's go Blitz. I have to back out because I can't tank that much right now. Give her the shield. Try to protect her. That was bad on my part. I should have saved for a more reliable hook. You shouldn't try to hit someone who's using Ghost Blade. It was greedy. With Mordekaiser, I think we are tanky enough to do this. And all of them dead is definitely a help. But I am going to reward, just in case. So there's a pink there, but doesn't matter. You don't clear this right now. You try to recall immediately. They're full HP, but we're not, so we can't commit even further. Always double pink when you're facing invisible people. I mean, that's why. Because I mean, they all res. Since we aced them, they're all in their base, and they all saw me ward this, which means Baron's an obvious choice because we all walk past the minions. So they're gonna be on that side of the map, and all of them. So it's pretty good guess. Just stay away from that side. Blind hook, no go. Yeah, I need to start seeing with my team. I was looking for a pick, but I had no one. Like, once I ping assist me and at least didn't come, then I just need to back off and respect the fact that I have no one walking towards me. So we just chillin'. I only look for plays when I have my team with me. And since a few are missing, it's dangerous to be up there pushing for that far. He's going for it though, so we're gonna try to go help him. I'm on my way. That was pretty boosted of me. That's fine. I learned something there though, that once I put in a command to auto attack the Eve with my E up, and I also put in a command to put a shield on him. And it turns out the shield overrides the auto attack, which I wasn't expecting. But I mean, she got greedy and still traded anyways. My tower's almost down. So this is the next item. It gives CDR, armor, a bunch of mana, as I already explained how good the mana is. And the CDR just lets you pull more hooks, more CC. Always two pinks when facing invisible people. You never know when you need to siege and you need pinks for flanks, or when you need pinks for vision. So I'm gonna walk towards this guy to help him out in case he gets picked on, like right now. just chilling behind him. I don't want to show myself because that puts him in danger. So let's... But he's up to the tower. It's smart of him to flash. I was trained CCing him. Otherwise. Looks like I'm dead here. Put a ward down. Solid damage. So basically, with that was just Mordekaiser overcommitting for a tower when we didn't need to. Like, we could have waited for next wave. We could have waited for more pressure mid. There's no need to get that tower immediately because there's nothing up. What else are we gonna do? Might as well just wait the 20 seconds for the next minion wave to crash. But I think it's fine. I don't think that team fight lost us anything. I don't think we are now like behind, even though the kills are negative towards us, because we have all the map pressure. All their towers are down, and we can shove the minion waves all the way here, so we know that they're not right here. That's good. Their kills didn't get them anything, where our kills usually result in either tower takes or Baron. There's some vision. And get deeper vision. Just kind of stay with the team. Shield myself here, because I can't see otherwise. So, the front line died. Me and Mordekaiser. And our team was able to just clean up the rest. Since I was blinded by a Quinn, I didn't really get to see much of that beginning of the fight. But it looked like it went well for us. I had 3 people committing up. The major point probably was when Caitlyn stopped autoing to ult me. That's probably when that's how Wukong barely lived there. It's because the Hurricane. And that's 80% crit. You stop attacking to cast ult like that, you get punished most of the time. Let's see if there's any wards in here. There's not. Baron's the next objective, but them dying is bad as well, so I have to go at least try to save them. Caught one. It's good to flash. I was seeing her. Chain seeing her. So we have 2 inhibitors. Both good for Baron control because they're on opposite sides. I can't walk through here because it's warded and could get picked. If they're on Baron, that's fine as well. We can't contest it with with people dead. I had to flash there because his hook was down, but he could have easily flayed me and then waited for his hook to come up. It's a lot more dangerous to play that way. Where there's no need to be greedy. We're the ones with a stronger lead. Baron doesn't give them anything for sure. Him walking that far up was greedy. Put a ping down. He was likely to walk this way. And we wait for Drag to come up. I'm gonna wait here. They don't need my damage. And I'm just gonna wait for Eve to pop up when she does. She didn't. So I'm gonna wait right here. See if anyone can test the blue from our Wukong. No one did. And that's pretty much it. We took the objectives there on the map. Now we recall. Second ping. So, ideally we can just stall up Baron, but it's not really what we want to do. Stopping our pressure is not great, but we'd likely just be like getting caught if anyone's trying to play aggressive. Like right, they don't know if that's working or not. I will check for them. It is worded. So they could have gotten caught right there for just obliviously standing in a brush that they didn't know if it was worded or not. Put a ward down. Don't commit for anything. Just looking for picks. Seeing if anyone's out of position. But it's hard to be out of position when the two waves are shoved up that far. That guy is out of position. And now this guy's out of position. Look for hook. Oh, that was, whoops. I saw that guy low, I was like, oh shit, I gotta shoot him. Oh yeah. That was good, I mean, he was able to trade, which was good. That was probably over aggressive in most standpoints. But we can try to end it here, since the two people they have up are pretty weak overall. I guess not. We didn't have people autoing it, which isn't a good way to kill things. It's all good. Just don't need to force it. They'll have 2 inhibitors up, but we just got all the towers down, so it'll be hard for them to leave their base pretty much. Since we have 4 dragons, it should be a pretty easy way to snowball the game with Elder and just look for another pick. So I want to wait for a team to move into the jungle. Alright, so I see 2 of them top, so I can walk up a bit forward. Or at least got picked. She'll be up before the Elder, but I'd prefer if we didn't have people dying. So I'm just trying to be behind the Wukong in case anyone overextends for him. And just the back and forth. Putting wards down, then refreshing. And we just want to control this side of the map. To get picks if they try to get wards, like right now, but we're all on this side of the map, which doesn't do anything for us. No, just a quick check. Okay. We can't do anything. I wouldn't recommend walking towards any of those sides. Because we guarantee they're not there and not there, so they could be right here. So we just move as a team. Check if there's any wards in the mid lane. W on over is like that extra movement speed. Hurt. I want to wait for my hook to be up. Knock him up. Squish the blobs so he doesn't get extra health. Oh, he walked on trap. That was pretty greedy to go for that with that teleport, as we have Elder coming up. So my team's obviously just playing a bit too aggro in terms of their decision making. Like, there's no need to go that hard. We were all mid lane, and we didn't need to go for this. We could have waited. They didn't have any vision on this because our wards have seen that they haven't walked this way at all in the last probably 2.5 minutes. And to force that into a corridor right by their base is just greedy. But if your team does do that, make sure you commit with them, even though it doesn't look good. Because I mean, if they commit and you don't, then I mean you're the one who's playing that wrong. You have to commit with your team, regardless of the decision. Because once the decision's made, the decision's made. There's no point flaming people about it or talking about how it could have been played better. So you just try to get wards around Baron. They're actually on it, right? Yeah. They just wasted hook for free. This guy's, yeah, really low. So this is the best time to clear wards with TF's support. Get one in the back of the pit. Skizz, you're gonna get. That was greedy. He should know he can easily W that. Thinking that he wouldn't is not smart. This isn't that bad. We couldn't get Wukong in the back though. I guess that was bad. I didn't think it was that bad because they didn't have Quinn. She was defending the tower. And we had a better position on them because they were piling into us. But I guess it didn't matter. So at this point when you're like max items, the first thing you want to see flip is sell is your boots. Like, how can I optimize my boots better? And in this case, I think the 12% block damage from autos they have 280 carries and Eve that uses her E, which is auto attack based. So you're blocking 3 champions, one of their main abilities, just by grabbing boots. And you always look for upgrades in elixirs as a support. The iron is usually just the best. It just gives 300 health, which is so much for you. Tank or otherwise. The tenacity is also nice. It stacks with runes, or stacks with masteries and your more treads if you have them. So I'm just outwardly warding. Check for Thresh generally. Just kind of put them deep. See if anyone walks too close. I'm just trying to stall for. This is good for us. We need to go on this. We need to go on this for sure. This is good. This is good. I'm gonna back off because I'm kind of low. Nice. I can't believe Eve committed to going for. Well, Eve and Quinn committed for the TF, which is just leaving their team that deep. That's one of them had to stay back. Luckily, we were able to punish them for it. We should just skip this. I think we should all in, just try to end the game. Use my locket. Tank for as long as I can. We need to end the game though. Shield him. Yep. That was a close game.